In today's video, I share the Chapter 11 episode description and share some predictions based on that description as well as the trailer that we got for The Mandalorian Season 2. But before I do, I just want to say that we will be discussing minor spoilers for Chapter 11, so if you're not into that sort of thing, then check out one of my other videos. So before we get to that Chapter 11 description, let's go back to that original The Mandalorian trailer and see what seems to line up here with Chapter 11. And the first thing, of course, is the very first shot in the trailer. We see the Razor Crest limping towards a planet in the distance, a planet that looks like it has a surface of mostly water, and no doubt is the destination of our heroes. We also see from the trailer that Frog Lady actually does reunite with one of her kind. I'm assuming that to be her husband, which means the Mandalorian should be given information as to the location of the Mandalorian people on this planet. And in the trailer, we also see that the Mandalorian and the child seem like they've commissioned a fishing vessel to ferry them to the location of these Mandalorians. And we just have one more exciting point from the trailer until we get to that episode 11 description, and that is that we see the Sasha Banks character at what looks like a dock, and she seems to be very interested in the child and Din Djarin. Of course, the big question here with the Sasha Banks character is she an enemy or an ally? Well, the Chapter 11 episode description does give us a bit of a hint. It states the Mandalorian braves high seas and meets unexpected allies. Now, this description is brief as usual, but the high seas is an interesting mention. Does that mean that there will be some sort of storm that the Mandalorian and the child have to endure while they're on the fishing vessel, or does it mean that they're going to meet yet another monster on the high seas? Either way, it certainly seems like things could get interesting. But moving on to the second part of the description, it states that the child and the Mandalorian will find unlikely allies. And of course, my first thought went right to the Mandalorians that Din Djarin is looking for. And just imagine how cool it would be if those Mandalorians actually rescue Din Djarin and the child from a sea monster that's attacking the fishing boat that they're on. I think that would be absolutely amazing. However, the description does state unexpected allies. And since Season 2 seems to be all about Din Djarin trying to find Mandalorian people, I don't think they really fall under unexpected allies. So my second thought was, well, maybe Sasha Banks is that new ally. Maybe she's actually not an enemy, but somebody that's going to help Mando and the child. But of course, the description specifically says allies, so unless she has other people with her, that would rule out Sasha Banks as well. So then the question remains, who exactly is going to be those unexpected allies? And to answer this question, I think we need to go all the way back to The Mandalorian Season 1, Episode 1, when the Mando collects a member of the Mithril species who are amphibious and turns them into the Bounty Hunters Guild. Now, I believe those unexpected allies will be other members of the Mithril species, and this is why we see Din Djarin, Cara Dune, and Greef Karga breaking that Mithril character from Season 1 out of prison. Because after these unexpected allies show up and save the Mandalorian and the child from whatever it might be, they send Mando on yet another side quest to break that Mithril character from Season 1 out of an Imperial prison. But hey, Star Wars fans, I want to say a big thank you to JJ who sent me the description for Chapter 11. Let me know what you think in the comments below. As always, I'm Mike, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.